Good morning. This is Giovanni Gallucci, joined by Chloe Dawn and Rachel Donovan, and this is the Daily Trend Report.
Morning, Giovanni.
Morning. I came in off the highway with a gas station coffee and about 40 miles of bugs on the windshield. Feels right.
I've got a can of mineral water I'll forget to drink by 10.
Sounds like a Saturday. Today, the open road and the parks dropping their reservations, the reckoning coming for gut health soda, and why the platforms are finally punishing AI slop. Rachel, the gate's open.
So here's the thing Eddie's report led with this morning, and it stopped me cold. For summer 2026, a bunch of the big parks are dropping timed entry reservations. Mount Rainier, Glacier, going to the Sun Road doesn't need a vehicle pass anymore, and Yellowstone just logged its busiest May on record. 566,000 visits, up 8%.
So the gate that's been shut for a few summers just swung open.
It swung open. For 3 or 4 years, you planned a national park trip like a flight. Set an alarm, fight a website at 7 in the morning for a slot. That's gone for a lot of these places. You can just drive up.
And people forgot how to do that. The spontaneous trip got trained out of us.
Right, a whole cohort of campers. And Clark's report had the number, 82 million last season. Millions of them first-timers. Never knew the drive-up version. They only know the reservation version.
Now I'll say the part the press release won't. The same agencies drop the reservations while staffing's down. Travis's report had the bill, the Great American Outdoors Act 250, introduced in the House June 10th, $1.9 billion a year for public lands. That's the right direction. But right now you've got record crowds and fewer rangers.
Which is exactly the opening for a brand. Not the park, the brand.
Say more.
When the government can't staff the welcome desk, the local outfitter becomes the welcome desk. The shop that posts, here's where you no longer need a reservation, here's the back way in, here's the trailhead that won't be a parking lot at 9, that shop wins the first timer for a decade.
It's the guide move, not the gear move.
It's the guide move. Hand somebody the map, and they remember who handed it to them. Sell them a tent, and they just remember the tent.
20 years I've watched the outdoor industry sell complication. The $40,000 build, the gear wall. The growth was never there. The growth is the person who just wants to drive somewhere pretty this weekend.
And now the road's literally easier. Lower friction, record demand. The journey's the point again, not just the trophy photo at the overlook. That window's wide open and it closes in September.
So what does the guide content actually look like? Not a gear list.
Not a gear list, a real itinerary. Leave town Friday at 3. Here's where you gas up. Here's the campground that still has first-come sites. Here's the diner that's open late when you roll in past dark. The stuff a local knows and a search engine fumbles.
And that's the move that beats the big outdoor retailer. The national brand can't tell you which trailhead lot fills by 9. The shop 40 minutes away can. Local knowledge is the one thing they can't drop ship. And it's a clean win on the access side. Citizens got the drive-up trip back. I'm not going to hedge that one. 3 things you can actually do today. 1. Publish the Where You No Longer Need a Reservation guide for your region this week, while people are still planning July.
2. Shoot the drive-up trip, not the summit. Tailgate at the trailhead, coffee on the hood. That's the trip most of your buyers will actually take.
3. Name the off hours. Tell them when the gate's quiet and the lot's empty. The brand that solves the crowd, not just the gear, earns the trust. So the gut health soda party is getting a chaperone. Kendall's report flagged it. Registered dietitians are going on the record now and calling a lot of this category, and I'll quote the energy, marketing with little proven benefit.
The prebiotic sodas. Olipop, Poppy, the whole fizzy fiber aisle.
That aisle. And here's the math that does the damage. A can gives you 2 to 9 grams of fiber. You need 25 to 38 a day. So the can is a rounding error in a wellness costume.
But it's still selling like crazy, right?
It's still selling, which is why Coca-Cola walked in with Simply Pop. And that's the tell. When the giant shows up, the category isn't niche anymore, and the shelf just got tighter for everybody small.
That's the part I'd sit with. Coke didn't show up to make your gut healthier. Coke showed up because the margin's good and the buzzword's hot.
And the dietitian's calling it out. That's not bad news for the Honest brand. That's the opening.
Walk me through that.
Transparency is the moat now. The brand that puts the real fiber number on the front, names the actual sweetener, and says out loud this is a better soda. It's not a fiber supplement. That brand outlasts the one overclaiming. Because the overclaimers are one lawsuit away from a very bad week.
What about the brands that built the whole thing on the fiber claim, though? They're stuck now.
They're stuck. You can't unring that bell. The move is get honest fast, before the class action lawyers and the dietitians do it for you. Reformulate or reposition. Don't double down on a claim the back of the can won't back.
Honesty as a feature. Same thing we keep landing on everywhere.
It's the whole episode, isn't it? The audience grew a nose for fake. In soda, it just shows up as somebody finally reading the back of the can.
And the small, clean label brand has the advantage here, not the multinational. You can answer for every gram. Coke's lawyers answer for theirs.
And it goes past soda. The whole functional aisle is doing it. One drink that claims gut health and energy and hydration and focus. 4 jobs on one label. The more jobs it claims, the less I trust any of them.
Stack enough promises and none of them have to be true.
Exactly. The Honest version picks 1 job and nails it. Big Food stacks 4 because 4 buzzwords sell better than 1 proven gram of fiber. That's the theater. They perform clean label without reformulating a thing. Here's what to actually do with all of that. 1. Put your real fiber number on the front of the can. Big, even if it's small. The honesty reads as confidence.
2. Write the sentence, the giants won't. A better soda, not a supplement. Own the ceiling and you own the trust.
3. Publish your sweetener and your sourcing before a dietitian asks. Get ahead of the scrutiny and the scrutiny becomes your marketing. This is the one I'd go rebuild something over today. Eddie's report led the whole morning with it. The platforms are finally punishing AI slop. LinkedIn rolled out an authenticity update. It's killing engagement bait, the automation pods, the link spam, and the machine-smoothed posts that all sound like the same robot in a blazer.
Finally. That stuff's been clogging the feed for 2 years.
And here's the number that'll get your attention. Reach reportedly fell about 50% for the accounts still running the old, automated playbook. Cut in half. Not nudged. Cut in half.
So the spray and pray crowd just hit a wall.
Hit a wall. And the people still getting distribution are the specific, original human ones. First person. Named people. Real numbers. A point of view somebody actually holds.
Which is the stuff that was always good. The robot just made it easier to see the difference.
That's exactly it. Kendall's report had the companion piece, what she called elevated casual. Looks unplanned, quietly composed. A real person, a real room, one good light. The audience can smell a studio shoot now, and they scroll right past it.
It's the same instinct as the soda. They can smell the fake.
Same nose. Now here's the trap, and I want to be clear about it. Overcorrecting into staged authenticity is still fake. The guy performing raw and real with 3 cameras and a script reads as just another performance. The audience can tell when you're present versus when you're performing being present.
So you can't fake unpolished either.
You can't fake unpolished. The fix isn't a filter. It's having something true to say and saying it plain.
There's a flavor of this I actually love. The anti-haul. Telling people what not to buy.
Kendall flagged that one too. De-influencing. The creator who says I returned it, don't waste your money, now out-earns the one selling you everything. Because the audience knows that creator's on their side.
It's counterintuitive for a brand. Tell people who you're not for.
Tell them who you're not for. The brand that says, this isn't for you if you want the cheapest thing, builds more trust than the one claiming it's for everybody. Honesty scales now. The hard sell doesn't.
What about posting less? I keep seeing that one.
Eddie's report had it. Fewer than 6 posts a week is beating the brands flooding the zone. Cut the cadence, raise the bar. The feed's already drowning in volume.
And this helps the little guy, doesn't it? The solo operator with an actual opinion just got handed the reach the big automated brand lost.
That's the whole gift. This update hurts the Fortune 500 content factory, and it helps the one person in a real room with a real point of view. I'll take that trade every morning. 3 moves before we move on. 1. Audit your last 30 posts and delete the ones a robot could have written. If it had fit any brand's feed, it's slop.
2. Put a real name and a real face on the next one. First person, one good light, one true thing. Skip the studio.
3. If you use AI to draft, keep a human on taste and the final call. The draft engine's fine. The robot doesn't get to publish.
That's the show. Quick word on what I do. This whole episode came down to one thing. Real human content beats the machine-smooth stuff on every platform right now. That's the work I build for brands. Short-form video, carousels, the articles, the whole content stack, made by people with a point of view instead of a content factory. If your feed sounds like everybody else's, that's fixable. Find me at gallucci.net or DM at gallucci.net on Instagram or LinkedIn. Talk tomorrow.